Hi everyone, I hope you're having a great day. Today I wanted to talk about the psychology behind weight loss and emotions. By the way, this video is sponsored by Noom, a consumer-led healthcare platform. We will get into that in a minute, but let's talk about today's video topic. So weight loss is something that most people at some point or another in their lives are concerned with, try to achieve, and we all know that health, weight has a strong correlation, but so do emotions and psychology. And as a doctor of psychology, I thought it would be a great idea to get on here and talk about the psychology behind weight loss and emotions, because there is a very strong mind-body connection. We are all very well aware of that, but many of us are not aware of how those emotions and our psyche affect our ability to lose weight. So at a high level, just think about weight loss as something that is controlled by what we think about ourselves, our history, our backgrounds. It's not as simple as I'm not going to eat that or I'm going to change my diet. There's a lot of emotions and behavior that come into play when we are looking really to do anything when it comes to health and wellness, and really specifically in the area of weight loss. So many of you, including myself at times, I will admit, have considered themselves an emotional eater. We'll say things like, oh, I'm so stressed out, I had to eat that pint of ice cream. Or we talk about comfort foods, maybe in the winter when our vitamin D levels are low because there's not a lot of sun, there is seasonal affective disorder, and we tend to seek comfort foods. So those are very basic examples of how our emotions and our behavior play into our ability to control our weight. So in today's video, I want to talk more about what that means from a background perspective in our early childhood and adult life, making you aware of some of the things that could impact our efforts and our goals when it comes to weight loss. So how does that sound? Sounds good to me, and I've learned a lot through my research, and I'm really excited to share it with you. So as I said earlier, Noom is a consumer-led healthcare platform, and we believe that health does not start at the doctor's office. Health starts at home with you first. And Noom helps you to understand the behaviors associated with yourself and with your efforts to achieve weight loss. So weight loss is just the foundation of so many aspects of health, and that's where Noom starts. But they also recognize that there are so many other factors, and they all play into the entire mind-body connection. And that is one of the many reasons I really love Noom, and I'm super glad I found out about it. So Noom offers curriculum, which are quick learning activities that fit into your daily schedule, and they help you identify behaviors, and you can implement them right away for positive results. So there are lessons like the psychology of food and weight loss, food fundamentals. Noom even has little quizzes to reinforce behaviors and make sure that you're learning and help you to gain confidence. Noom even has Noom Circles, which allows you to connect with other users of Noom, and you can share resources, ideas. You can even participate in challenges like a Peloton challenge, which I think is super cool and very motivating. Noom also offers food and exercise logging tools, which help you to empower yourself and recognize behaviors. And they also have a color-coded food log, so it helps you identify greens, yellows, oranges. Everything is at your fingertips and super easy to use. Noom will help you understand not just the how in your behaviors, but also the why, and that's very important. Click the link in the description to take your free Noom evaluation quiz and redeem your free 14-day trial. It's quick, easy, and will create your custom plan. So let's get back more into the psychology behind weight loss and behavior. And if you were to read up on the research, So let's get back into the video topic, which is the behavior behind weight loss, psychology, mind-body connection, all so very important. If you are to read up on this topic, you are going to see the phrase deprivation mindset. This is a very, very important phrase in understanding your emotions when it comes to your ability to lose weight. So let me take a few minutes and explain what the deprivation mindset is all about. Basically, when we are children and we're in our informative years, and then as we segue into young adulthood, we have certain things in our life, regardless of who we are, where we come from, that we're deprived of. They could be things like certain items we want, certain education, and a lot of times often food. But regardless of what those things are, they start to create something in your mind which allows you to feel certain emotions, which can then be segued or portrayed into other areas of your life. So when we talk about the deprivation mindset when it comes to weight loss, one of the things that can happen is we can revert back to feelings and emotions we had in our past, which have absolutely nothing to do with weight loss. But we have a feeling that we were deprived of something. It could be love, it could be situational, whatever it is. And then when it comes time to have a relationship with food, we often try to replace those things through eating. So it's not necessarily that we're hungry, but it's that we are trying to fill an empty void. And that's why it's very, very important to understand and to think about when you're eating, when you're overeating. I like to suggest that people take a diary in the weight loss journey and write down everything they're eating just for 2 weeks. I don't suggest becoming compulsive about it, but I think if you're writing it down for a couple of weeks, you're also writing down what happened during the day and what your feelings are. When you go back after those 2 weeks are over and review your diary, you may see some suggestions or some patterns. So it may be that on this particular day, I overate, I was experiencing work stress, or it may be on this particular day, I ate too late at night, which was a trigger because I had a fight with my significant other. So by identifying those patterns, understanding why they occur, next time you want to overeat, you can sit down, think for a minute, and be more aware of why you may be doing that. Does that make sense? I think it's very smart. I do think it's not the easiest thing to do. It requires some self-awareness, but just the understanding of it is a great first step. The other thing I wanted to talk about is called CBT, or cognitive behavioral therapy. And so these are things that we can do, cognition, when we are experiencing the need to overeat or eat food that is not a good choice. And we can train our brains to identify and then change that behavior. And cognitive behavioral therapy is really effective for everything. It doesn't have to just do with weight loss. So people that have OCD issues, that is a very common form of therapy where you start to recognize the patterns and then you make a cognitive choice to engage in something else. So when it comes to weight loss, it could be as simple as I'm identifying the need to have the sweet. I know it's not good for me. I'm going to create a substitute, whether it's a healthy food substitute or maybe an activity. I go for a walk, or I play with my puppies, or I go on an app and do a quick learning. So anything that we can do, again, to identify the patterns and to come up with an alternative way aside from overeating. So these are really, really simple techniques, but they make a lot of sense. There's a lot of research on them which have proven they are effective. I hope you found this helpful. I love to continue to study up on it, and when I learn more or I have anything else to share, I will definitely come on, create some more content around it. But I would love to know in the comments if any of you have tried any of these techniques, what successes you've had. We're all here as a community. And again, this doesn't just have to do with weight loss. Remember, the mind-body connection is very strong in every aspect. So I hope you have a wonderful afternoon. Please remember to share the video if there's anybody that you know you feel would benefit from it. And of course, like, and if you're not already, subscribe to my channel. I wish you all a healthy day, and I'll see you again soon.